You okay?
Yeah, thank you.
So as I said before, we will translate after each question and answer, please. We'll just wait till everyone's in. Oh, Tom's in. Okay. Mark?
Some highs during your playing career, some disappointments along the way. What lessons can you take from those if your players to use the frustration of somebody in the right way?
Yeah, I think we've got no choice. I think at a club like Rangers, you've got to take the rough with the smooth. I think what we're trying to create in the dressing room is a real humble squad. So if we experience a real big high, yeah, you can obviously enjoy that, but you want to get them refocused as quick as they can because the next challenge comes thick and fast. And it's the same way after a disappointment. Yes, you know, you need to obviously heal in your own time, in your own different way. But the good thing about this game is you get a chance to change the whole mood and the whole feeling around the club. The players are aware of that. I think they've reacted really well since the disappointment of the weekend, and we're ready to go. Had 2 real positive sessions to prepare for this, and we've worked ever so hard since the middle of July for this opportunity, so it's important the players go and try and grasp that.
Ja, Steven, du hattest ja sowohl Höhen als auch Tiefen während deiner Karriere. Gibst du das auch, ziehst du daraus irgendwelche Erfahrungen für deine Spieler, die du weitergeben kannst? Ja, bei Rangers haben wir da keine Wahl. Wir müssen immer versuchen, unser Bestes zu geben und zu gewinnen. Natürlich, wenn wir gewinnen, dann versuchen wir das zu genießen und mitzunehmen, aber dann auch natürlich wieder uns zu refokussieren auf die nächste Aufgabe. Genauso ist es bei einer Niederlage. Ist natürlich enttäuschend und ja, man braucht Zeit zu heilen, aber muss sich natürlich sofort wieder auf die nächste Aufgabe fokussieren, so wie das jetzt der Fall ist. Und wir sind uns natürlich bewusst, dass jetzt dieses Spiel komplett die Stimmung verändern kann. Die Spieler sind sich deshalb auch dessen auch bewusst und deshalb ist es eine große Chance für uns und wir haben darauf seit Mitte Juli hingearbeitet.
Obviously, it's a disappointment when you lose a final, but can you take a step back and say, in the bigger picture, you are closing that gap, you are still on that trajectory, which is obviously the ultimate goal?
Yeah, look, we just need to get back on it. Obviously it wasn't our day at the weekend, but having analysed the performance and what the players gave me, I'm very proud of that. Thought our performance was very, very good. The players done everything we asked of them and more. And what we've got to do now is go and give ourselves the next opportunity to be successful. So domestically there's obviously another cup to play for. We need to go and try and get back in another final. I'm here obviously to focus on tomorrow's game and this competition, and the players have been outstanding up until this point. We went to final in the last game to try and get it done there and then. Really tough game, but again the players stood up to the challenge and got a real positive result. And we would have always took this situation when the journey started against St. Joseph's. So the players are doing everything they can to bring success back as quick as they can. We have to move on as quick as we can from the weekend and really focus on tomorrow's game.
Ja, das war natürlich, das letzte Spiel gegen Celtic war natürlich enttäuschend, aber kannst du was zum Gesamtbild sagen? Wie sieht es damit aus? Geht es da noch voran? Ja, natürlich, wir haben das immer im Auge. Wir versuchen jetzt natürlich so schnell wie möglich ja, wieder hineinzufinden in unser Spiel. Es war nicht unser Tag, aber ich bin sehr stolz auf meine Spieler. Es war wirklich eine tolle Performance. Sie haben eigentlich alles geleistet, was ich von ihnen verlangt habe. Und ja, jetzt haben wir wieder eine Chance, vielleicht sogar ein anderes Finale zu erreichen. Und ja, die Spieler waren großartig. Es war ein schwieriges Spiel, es hat am Ende nicht gereicht. Aber ja, sie leisten und versuchen immer alles, ja, was sie können.
He's been his normal self, very bubbly, very lively. He's trained well the last couple of days. He looks focused and ready for tomorrow's challenge, and I'm going to keep my answers as short as I can.
Sorry, could you repeat the players' name? Oh yeah, zu Alfredo Morelos. Wie sieht das jetzt aus nach dem Spiel am Samstag, was natürlich ein bisschen enttäuschend für ihn gelaufen ist? Ja, es ist schwierig für ihn, aber natürlich wird er jetzt wieder bereit für das nächste Spiel sein. Und ja, ich möchte kurze Antworten geben.
There's been a bit of debate around your embrace, the show of emotion from Ryan Jack at the end of the game, whether or not it's perhaps given Celtic a psychological edge. It's been a talking point in the last few days. Do you have any particular view on how that situation sort of
No, listen, I mean, people respond in different ways in that situation. I think a lot of players over the years, certainly when I played, got a lot of criticism for not showing emotion and showing that they care and they're passionate about the job and the club and the people they love. So I'm going to make no apology for my players' reaction. It was a big game. You know, it's some of my players' first experience on that stage. So we make no mistake for our reaction to show that we care for this club and that we're disappointed that we never got them the success on the day. But in terms of psychological edges, I'm not really interested. All I'm interested in is that my players recover from it and we get ready to go again, and I'm sure they will tomorrow night.
Ja, in Bezug auf Ryan Jack und seine emotionale Reaktion im Spiel am Samstag, siehst du das kritisch oder war das vielleicht sogar ein Nachteil? Nein, auf keinen Fall. Früher sind wir dafür kritisiert worden, dass wir nicht emotional genug waren während eines Spiels, nicht genug Emotionen gezeigt haben. Deswegen werde ich mich auf keinen Fall entschuldigen jetzt für meine Spieler, weil sie ja mit Leidenschaft alles für den Club geben und das auch zeigen. Und ja, natürlich sind wir enttäuscht, dass es dann am Ende trotzdem nicht gereicht hat. Aber ja, ich bin jetzt nicht daran interessiert, über Psychologie zu reden, sondern nur ja, meine Spieler so schnell wie möglich wieder auf die nächste Aufgabe vorzubereiten.
reports last week's game that you were close to signing a new deal, some reports subsequently that Steven Davis, Jermaine Defoe, McGregor also close to signing new deals. Are you different?
I think Alan McGregor and Steven Davis is imminent. That'll be very close. I think it'll probably be announced after tomorrow's game, but they're all agreed. They're two players I want around, obviously for a year extension on top of this year. Jermaine's is obviously a bit different because he's obviously Bournemouth's player till the end of the season, but similar situation in the fact that we want him to stay around. So we'll obviously deal with that as and when we need to. In terms of myself, the club approached me, I'm not sure the exact day, but probably a week, 10 days ago, about a new deal, and it's pretty a simple decision as far as I'm concerned. I want to stay around, I'm happy here. I'm as hungry and determined to get the good days back here as I ever was, so talks have been pretty straightforward and positive. When it's signed and announced, you'll have to wait and see. I don't want any focus on myself or these players before tomorrow's game.
Ja, zu den einigen Vertragssituationen, Steve Davis und Alan McGregor, da sieht es sehr gut aus. Da sind die Vertragsverlängerungen stehen kurz bevor, werden wahrscheinlich sogar morgen nach dem Spiel schon verkündet. Bei Jermaine Defoe ist es ein bisschen anders, da er nur unser Spieler bis zum Ende des Jahres ist. Aber auch da gilt, wir wollen gerne mit ihm verlängern. Und ja, in Bezug auf mich selbst, der Club ist bereits auf mich zugekommen mit einem neuen Vertrag. Ich möchte natürlich hier bleiben. Ich bin hier sehr glücklich, sehr positiv eingestellt und wir wollen noch viel erreichen.
We'll just take a couple more,
Why so straightforward, Stephen, in terms of your own situation? Why are you so convinced? What has made you buy into everything?
Well, I think I'm very grateful for the opportunity in the first place to get a chance to manage and lead this football club. I've enjoyed my time here so far. I think we're going in the right direction. If you're happy, then why not, is my motto. I believe in these players, I believe in the club, in the direction it's going, and on the evidence of what I've seen at the weekend, even though the day didn't go in our favour, there was enough evidence there for me that if we keep doing the right things and keep working hard for each other, our day will come.
Yeah.
And I want to be part of that.
Ja, Steven, du hast gesagt, das ist eine ganz klare Angelegenheit mit deinem Vertrag. Warum bist du da so, so überzeugt? Ja, ich bin sehr dankbar, erstmal natürlich hier Trainer sein zu dürfen. Es ist eine große Chance hier in der Liga mit diesem Club und ich genieße es. Und es geht auch in die richtige Richtung. Ja, und ich bin glücklich und wenn man hier glücklich ist, dann warum nicht? Ich glaube an meine Spieler und ja, auch wenn das am Wochenende nicht gereicht hat, ging es trotzdem in die richtige Richtung und ja.
In terms of Morelos, I think there was too much made of Morelos not scoring against Celtic. And the that game in the second just on young boys themselves. How much more pressure does the defeat on Sunday add on the players ahead of the game tomorrow night?
I think it's pretty normal in terms of Alfredo. You expect that at big clubs. If you haven't scored against a certain opposition, especially your rivals, there's going to be noise and people talking about it from the outside. What's important for me is what happens on the inside, and he continues to work hard and be the best he can be. I think Sunday aside, he's been phenomenal for this team in terms of goal numbers and what he's done, certainly in this competition, leading into your young boys question. I think knowing these players and being around them for the 18 months, the majority of them, normally after a setback they respond in the right way. I think they're a good humble bunch who are desperate to take this club where it wants to be. Tomorrow's a fantastic opportunity to swing the whole mood of the football club. I'm told, but you'll have to check the facts, that I don't think a Rangers team's ever topped a 4-team group. And if you think about where it was at when we walked in the door, if we are to get the win tomorrow and top the group and go in Europe past Christmas, that's a big achievement for the group and also for the club for many obvious reasons.
Ja, nochmal zu Alfredo Morelos, der ja wieder nicht getroffen hat am Samstag gegen Celtic. Denkst du, das ist da auch eine psychische Sache? Das steckt da ein kleiner Fluch dahinter und macht es dann schwierig für das Spiel morgen und bleibt vielleicht bei den Spielern im Hinterkopf? Nein, gar nicht. Wichtig ist ja für mich, was innen passiert, was im Training passiert, was ich sehe. Und da war er und auch die anderen Spieler phänomenal. Und es sind sehr bescheidene Spieler auch und normalerweise nach einer Niederlage oder nach einer Enttäuschung haben sie immer die richtige Antwort bisher gegeben und deswegen ist das auch morgen eine fantastische Möglichkeit, die ganze Atmosphäre wieder in die richtige Richtung zu drehen, die Stimmung. Und ja, wenn ich richtig liege, haben Rangers auch noch nie die Gruppe als Erster abgeschlossen. Und ja, wenn man sieht, woher wir gekommen sind am Anfang in der Saison und wie weit wir jetzt schon gekommen sind, können wir da sehr stolz schon sein auf das, was wir erreicht haben.
Okay. No, can we just do team news and then wrap? Is that okay? Okay.
Just in terms of sort of a game like that, you know exactly what you need from a game. How important is it to make sure to pick the right personnel for the bench that can make the right impact?
I think always it's important to pick the right bench. We've got a couple of injuries at the moment, which obviously affects your selection in the 11 and the bench. We try to pick a real positive and bold bench for the weekend, to be brave, and we'll do the same for tomorrow's game, just in case we're in a situation where we are chasing a goal. You never know what can happen. But I'll always try and be as positive as I can in terms of my bench selection, because I want people to be able to come on and change the outcome of a game if I can. He won't be available for tomorrow. He's had a scan on a foot issue. We're still waiting for feedback, so it's gone off to certain people for expert feedback on it. But he'll certainly be missing in the short term. But I'll know for sure the exact extent of the injury probably by the end of the game tomorrow. He won't be too far away, but he won't make tomorrow's game. Everyone else is fine. George Edmondson missed today's session with an illness, but we're hopeful he'll be available for tomorrow. He's not available for selection tomorrow, but he played 60 minutes in a reserve game yesterday, played well, came through it fine, so he's getting a lot closer.
Do you mind translating
Thank you.
that?
Sorry, who was the first player?
That's what
Okay. Ja, im